There we go. So yeah, this is the new client for Pokemon trading card game. And I think it's great. You have these Unity-ass avatars. But my favorite thing is that there's catchphrases as your starter. And you can't see it super well, but it's like, oh, they have like, I'm wearing comfy shorts. And my victory is, my shorts are so comfy. But I love it because one of the intro thing is I just ate a whole bottle of ketchup. And I don't know why. I do know why. It's because it's a reference to the Pikachu loving ketchup thing. But they just put like, I just ate a whole bottle of ketchup as an intro. I don't know why. Why that specifically? You don't eat ketchup, you drink it, the whole fucking bottle. The whole fucking bottle. Glass and all. Maybe plastic. I'm so full from plastic in my stomach. Yum. Why not mustard? Because Pikachu likes ketchup. But anyway, you do your character and you make a model. And you dress them up, and you get the drip and the swag. And then you go make decks. And they give you some really decent decks to start off with. And then you can kind of just make your own. Mega Man decks? No, Pokemon. That's right, Ash Ketchup, silly me. No. It's not even that. It's canonically, Pikachu really likes ketchup. I have the sound really low. I mean, I can turn up the sound, but the sounds get really annoying, and there's a lot of bugs and errors with this client that, like, completely ass blast your ears with noise. So I have it low for everyone's sake. I have the impression that I might like card games. Well, yes, I do. So anyway, I roll with Mew Genesect. This is the deck that I like to play. This is the deck that I have built in real life. I'll explain it a little bit more as I play it. As well as trying to explain the other person's deck. So I'm just gonna hit a casual match, yeah, because I don't have any quests or anything. So I'm just gonna do a standard casual match, not doing ranked right now, because I don't want to sweaty try hard anything. When I have the time count, yeah. Let me see my request right now, because it's loading a match anyway. You did it, Mega Man. You battled the network. Taking a little while. This is really weird. I mean, it's 5 in the morning. But, like, usually I haven't seen matches take this long. Oh, there we go. So we're playing against this guy. My deck prefers to go first, so we're gonna try to get lucky. We did not get lucky. It's a 50-50. My opponent gets to see who goes first. This guy didn't eat a whole bottle of ketchup. Rematch. So they are deciding who goes first right now. My opponent will go first. That's fine. So the entire thing, I didn't draw any basic Pokemon, so I'm gonna mulligan. Or rather, I have to mulligan. I'll just explain that. When it comes to Pokemon, on the first turn, if you go first, you cannot just attack. The person who goes second can attack. Therefore, there are any turn one win sort of things going on. Galarian Berserker. I don't know what deck this is. I'm gonna be very honest with you. Does 20 damage for each card in your hand. Okay. So, I want a Battle VIP Pass to get my Genesect on the field. Genesect is, as long as it's a Fusion Strike Pokemon, all my Pokemon are Fusion Strike. I can draw up to how many Fusion Strike Pokemon I have on my bench. I have 3 right now. So to speed things up, Ultra Ball. I'm going to ditch Echoing Horn, Escape Rope to put another Mew on. I can now draw 1 card. Hit that button. I got Silent. I am now going to use Silent because I went second, so I can use something. So you see how I did that? Well, now I can choose which order of these cards will be put on the top of the deck. I'm going to put Battle VIP Pass because I can use that to put 2 Pokemon from my deck into my hand. And now I'm going to Fusion Strike System, draw the card that I just put on the top of my deck to play more, to get another and my Oricorio that blocks basically 20 damage. So now I have a full bench. If you're following me here, because I didn't explain what Battle VIP Pass does. So now I'm gonna slap that. Bam! 3 more cards drawn. So now I have my double turbo energy, which I'm going to place on this Mew specifically, because Mew has no retreat cost. That's right, no retreat cost. I can just do it. Now, because of things, I don't trust the Galarian Berserker BS, but I can't do anything about it. So I don't want to play Path to the Peak, because that'll F me over too. So we're just going to pass. This is like a Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0 battle. Oh, it's a lot. Your opponent must be sweating bullets. So the only thing I need now is to evolve Mew. Since I went second, that was my first turn. I can't evolve my Mew into Mew VMAX. So I have to pass. But... so they just played Avery. I'm going to get rid of you and you. Sure. I'll get rid of 2 of my Genesects. So their entire thing is that they do more damage. They do 20 damage for each card in their hand. So they have 9 cards currently. Now they have 8. Mew doesn't evolve. VMAX is a different thing. Looks similar to Avery, so when you see any of your friends have trouble with them, you just yell, "Damn it, Demi." So what Avery does is they get to draw 3 cards, and it forces me to only have 4 Pokemon on my bench. So you see how they have 8 in their hand. Oh, wonderful. Well, I am going to retreat into you. So my double turbo energy makes me do 190 because I'm using the moves from my Genesect, which means I want a power tablet up so I can kill and knock out. Now I'm going to slap my Fusion Strike system. And actually... do I want to evolve that as well? I may want to. I'm going to do that so that he can't just knock it out very easily. As well as getting another Genesect on my bench. And then slapping that motherfucking Fusion Strike system button again. That's right. As well as having that. So the downside is that when I use this move, I can't attack with that Pokemon. Here you go, Techno Blast. I just scroll all the way down. So now he has his Galarian Berserker. He only attached one energy unless he has some sort of other gimmick. I do not see any other Pokemon in his hand. Currently. Well, he could have other Pokemon, but he could be drip feeding it on purpose because he does more damage the more cards he has in his hand. There are cards that counter that, like Judge, but I did not draw any Judges, so I cannot stop him from having 9 cards in his hand currently. However, it all depends on what else he has. So, being honest, if he has an Avery and Avery's me again, I might just discard the Mew VMAX that has 140 on it already. He has Boss's Orders, so we can choose whatever Pokemon comes out. That's why I have it low. The metal sounds are insufferable. It's like static. And now you know why I have that low, and you can't really do anything about that. So they have V-Guard energy. Which, basically what it does is, what is it, 30 damage? It's 30 damage less if I attack them or whatever. So, oh, Fan of Waves, that's a special energy. So that goes on the bottom of your deck now. Because I said so. Get rid of Heavy Ball, because I don't need it. What's in my other prizes? I have an Escape Rope, a Path to the Peak, a Cramomatic, and a Tablet. Okay, well that's good knowledge to know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Use the Power Tablet. Slap for 1. I got a Judge, baby! Yeehaw! That's right, all of your cards. Back in, baby. I don't want a Lost Vacuum. Let's smack another. And I pulled Switch Cart. And they concede because I have enough to kill them. And that's Pokemon for you. Can you just not turn off the sound effect? I don't think so. I think it's both the music and the sound effects. And not just the sound effects. It's really bad. You fucking killed him, dude. Yeah, that's what it is. My deck goes very fast. If I go first, by the second turn, I'm usually completely set up. So if you don't stop me on your first turn, I'm just going to steamroll you. And depending on if I go second, depending on what I pull, I can also counter you. But I won't be able to attack you at all on turn 1. Here to play a casual game, so I want to play comp right now. Yeah, exactly. You don't understand what I have to deal with in comp. There's a couple decks that are kind of shitty to play against and think around. One of them being Lost Box, where you have to calculate which Pokemon to take out so that its entire kit doesn't get set up, because how it works is it forces its own cards into you know how there's the graveyard, usually, the discard pile? Yeah, there's another one for banish cards called Lost Zone in Pokemon, where once they're out of play permanently, like for good for that game. And that deck intentionally puts 10 cards, or tries to put 10 cards into their Lost Zone so that they can do major fucking damage. And that's not fun to play against. It's also not fun to play against Control. It's not fun to play against the Lunatone Soul Rock decks. Oh, it's a lot. It is an absolute lot. You don't learn any of this in the Game Boy game. The Game Boy game is really outdated. It's never fun to play against Control. Yeah. Try harding and casual. No, that's just my deck. Surely your first edition Charizard is still meta. No. Any series 1 to 3 card is like useless now, and that's sad because HP doesn't go to 300. Yeah. Well, to be fair, EXs will go to like 210 to like, I don't know, like 250. And anything above that is a VMAX. So if EXs and Vs get knocked out, it counts as 2 prize cards. VMAXs count as 3. That's right. So if you have 2 VMAXs that get knocked out, you just win. So that's how my deck works. Alright, so Mew is my only Pokemon that I have, right? I have a Battle VIP Pass, so I can only use this card during my first turn. I search my deck up to 2 basic Pokemon and put them onto my bench, and then shuffle my deck. I have a Cram-O-Matic, which is Gamba. For any card, I can pick any card if I Gamba, and I successfully Gamba. Oh, Arceus V. Here we go. Nest Ball. So I get to just choose a Pokemon. Okay. My Oricorio is in my prizes.
Hashtag buff stuff.
4 on the bench. Forest Seal there. Choice Spell here. Honestly, do I wanna... I wanna hit Fusion Strike for 1 more card. And yeah, let me give you kiss real quick. Thank you, friend. I'm actually going to Cram-O-Matic and discard this. Because I wanted to gamble. I will Fusion Strike. I'm going to Star Alchemy, so I get to pick any card from my deck. This is using the V-Star thing. I don't have V-Star except for this 1 card. I can choose just 1 card to put into my hand, and that is my special ability that I can only use once. So I'm going to put Battle VI Pass on, so I can have even more cards. So I can draw for 6 now. And let's hit it 1 more time. And a Mew. Okay. And I let them go. I got some hella rare cards. So in this version of the game, you can craft cards. There isn't any trading online. And I transferred my online account, if that makes sense. So I used to be able to trade, and now I can just craft any card I want. And the currency is really easy to get. Pokemon redacted card game. Mental. Yeah, I know. Ooh, they had a Rapid Strike Urshifu that they actually decided to put down. So I run a card in my deck that is the Echoing Horn that I can just place any basic Pokemon on the bench. This isn't a basic, but that means they're probably going to dump their Rapid Strike Urshifus. Oh? Oh? Okay. This is actually really surprising. So I'm actually discarding my own cards on purpose at this point in order to get rid of my hand. So now I've got some. So I want this, and yeah, I don't need Path to the Peak right now, but I'd rather just put Palpatine. Use boss's orders to bring out the Rapid Strike Urshifu. Fusion Strike system again. Successfully get the energy for it. Now I'm actually going to put Path to the Peak down. And Technoblast. I take 3 cards. So I have a Cramomatic, so I'm going to actually try to Ultra Ball and get rid of some of the others. I have a boss's orders. As long as they don't judge me, I'm good because I can take out their Rapid Strike Urshifu. Basic energy cards and attach them to any of the Pokemon V in any way that you like. I'm gonna Cramomatic. Yep. And I am going to intentionally boss's orders him on and end turn. to make him stay there. So I want him to hit me. I really actually want him to hit me. So they're playing that supporter into their thing. And they're gonna do Starbirth. I wasn't expecting them to have the Tower of Waters in. Or actually even getting the, having Adventurers Discovery. I actually haven't seen that card before. They're gonna switch out now. Because they can retreat for free. But I want them to hit that on purpose. So they are going to intentionally... Yeah, kill my Mew. I have 2 power tablets used. Looping through a time warp. Okay, my power tablet isn't in there. Fusion strike system again. And I am going to put down... I don't even know if I need Path to the Peak, to be honest with you. I'm just gonna judge. So put down Technoblast. I don't know if it can kill me. Okay. That does 180. Problematic you. Unlucky there. I don't need the double turbo energy. I'm gonna judge again, actually. gonna put you out. And then fusion strike system. And end turn. So I want him specifically to kill that Mon. Is my pal pad already in here? Yeah. I have this. I think I lose because no matter what I do here, I'm not gonna have enough. I have one hope, and that's it. Yep. I have to stall with my Oricorio and hope that he takes him out on purpose. He doesn't have any more boss's orders. Which honestly, I don't know if they do. They probably have boss's orders somewhere. They had a lost vacuum, and I don't know where what their other card is, but I hope that it's not something like a supporter. Because what Roxanne does is when they have 3 prizes or less remaining, I draw 6, they draw 2. So I'm shutting them down and whittling my own. Okay. So now I still have two Mew VMAXs. I got it. And then I'm gonna slap this again just because I can. I'm gonna play my Path to the Peak to block them. And then, let's just do Max Miracle. There's my Silent. I was looking for that card. I wanted to shuffle my boss's orders back onto my deck. So now, if they can't boss's orders me, And if they can't do anything, this is what I do. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this, chat? This is my winning play. This card right here, escape rope. You ready? Escape rope. What does it do? Well, each player switches their active Pokemon with one of their bench Pokemon. Your opponent switches first. They have to choose either their Rapid Strike or Shifu. Or their other, and Techno Blast. And that's game, baby! That's right! You thought I was gonna lose. I know how to pilot this deck super well. That is a comeback. My shorts are so comfy. I'm sorry, I'm a little toxic sometimes when it comes to this game. So Oricorio, I'm gonna go over this real quick. Oricorio, so what Mew VMAX does, I'll go more into detail now, because I think people kind of picked up on it. I have to go into my decks. So Mew, you can't do anything with the basic Mew. The Mew VMAX. So for 2 double colorless energy, I can do Cross Fusion Strike. I choose one of my bench Fusion Strike Pokemon attacks and use the attack. I can just straight up just use anything. I don't need Psychic Energy. Not at all. Genesect, I can just use that. A 2-10 move, but I can't attack next turn. But it doesn't matter. If you retreat, you can attack again and then like switch back into it, you can attack again. Double Turbo Energy takes 20 attack off of that. So it's a 190. But if I Power Tablet, or if they're a V and I have the Choice Belt, then I can do 220. And the thing is that Power Tablet stacks with each other. So I can play multiple Power Tablets to keep going 30 more, 30 more, 30 more. Big hit. Oricorio, on the other hand, has Glistening Droplets. I can put 5 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon in any way that I'd like. And sometimes I'm really toxic, and I'll just be like, all right, I'm gonna move these counters. Ready? 1, 2, 3, and I'll go as slow as fucking possible. It really pisses people off, though. But the other thing with Mew, let's say that my Mew VMAX is damaged and I have a regular Mew on the bench. I can do Psychic Leap. I'll do 50 damage and I can shuffle the Pokemon and all attached cards back into my deck. So I could potentially knock out Amon, and then they don't knock mine out because I could just shuffle it back into my deck. Yeah, Pokemon actually rotates its cards out. So that's the thing with it. It makes it more balanced by having to play around what is the current active list of cards that I have to work with. Yeah, eventually this deck won't be able to work, but for now it is. So with that, I have my Mon, and now all I need to do is basically set it up in a way that I can pilot my deck well. And as you see, sometimes it's rough, and sometimes you squeeze out those wins. Yes, Pokemon does ban cards if they're really abusable. Like, if I go, I'll go into like this one, and I'll edit deck, and I'll search my card library for expanded, and this should be in here. I believe it should be a trainer that's called Reset Stamp. And Reset Stamp is actually so broken that they actually removed it because it was a banned card. Wow. I know they removed Computer Search as well. That was in black and white. A lot of the aspect cards, they're like half of them are gone. And I'm like, that's crazy because they were actually like really big. Is that one of them? What is it? Lyrandra's trump card? Yeah, that's not even in here. I think you have to enable showing ban cards in the advanced search. Really? Where is that? It's Lysandra's. Okay, yeah. That's why. That's why I was like, I don't see any of that. Lysandre's trump card. No. It doesn't exist. It's XY Phantom Force. Okay, let's see. You have Enhance Hammer and Shauna, and those are the only ones that they transferred over. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that they actually removed most of the banned cards. Like you can't even play with them because there's no point. Not even an expanded. Because I remember Reset Stamp was banned as well. And I can't find Reset Stamp. I can't find Computer Search. I can't find Dowsing Rod. All of the really good cards that were trainers that were really busted or banned are just not in live, I think. I think they took them out. Each player shuffles all cards in his or her discard pile into his or her deck, except for Lysandra's trump card. I mean, there are Pokemon that shuffle like energy back into the deck or certain cards back into the deck, but like the entirety of the discard pile, that's just like, all right, you have a mill deck, I negate it. Goodbye. Try to find Computer Searcher under the Pokemon cat. Did they mess up things and did they put Computer Search in the Pokemon category? Computer Search is a trainer. No. Because this is alphabetical. There's occasional cards that show up in the wrong category. I think that they fixed it because I don't see Computer Search in here. And I didn't see it under the Pokemon one either. Is there a card that makes instead of going the deck, it goes into a banish pile? Yes. Any of the lost cards. Actually, I can show you. So, Cloris's experiment. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck. Put 3 of them into your hand. Put the other cards into the lost zone. Yeah. Lost Zone, that's a gimmick that only appears when a Lost Zone deck is in rotation, and it is right now. Set the filter? What do you mean set the filter? Wait a minute, I set this here, and then what? Set the filter to what? Because if I go to Pokemon, it's just like format, show cards, energy type, stage. Show all cards. Yeah. Computer search isn't in Pokemon. That's why I'm just like... I'm in expanded and show all cards. When I try to tell you that computer search isn't in, I mean... Let me get the card. What I mean is this card, computer search, kind of looks different from the other ones. Literally isn't in. Have I tried searching for it all upside down? No. Are there decks that do things on your opponent's turn? No. Kind of? The only thing that you can't really do anything on your opponent's turn? Oh, you mean like use Lysandra trump card and combo so it sends all the opponent's cards to the Lost Zone? No. There's no such things as traps or hand traps in Pokemon. If it's your turn and you want to disrupt your opponent's hand, there's a couple of options you can do. In Expanded, you have Marnie. Each player shuffles their hand and puts it on the bottom of their deck. If either player puts any cards on the bottom of the deck in this way, you draw 5 cards and your opponent draws 4 cards, which is basically the sweet way of saying you draw 5, your opponent draws 4, your entire hand, all of them on the bottom of your deck now. Here at Marnie in Standard, but the new Marnie in Standard is just Judge, which is each player shuffles their hand into their deck and draws 4 cards. You want to go even further than that? Well, let's touch up on Roxanne, the card that I just played to win, basically. You can use this card if your opponent has 3 or fewer prize cards remaining. Each player shuffles their hand into their deck. You draw 6. Your opponent draws 2. If anything happens, you need to play on your turn, except stadiums after being put into play, which affects both players on their turns. Yeah, so example. Your opponent puts Beach Court into play, right? The retreat cost of basic Pokemon in play, both yours and your opponent's, is 1 less. It affects both of you. Let's look at another. Mesagoza. Once during each player's turn, that player may flip a coin. If heads, the player searches a deck for a Pokemon. Doesn't matter what it is. It could be an evolution, it could be a basic. It just says searches their deck for a Pokemon. Reveals it, puts it into their hand, then that player shuffles their deck. Is Oak banned? Professor Oak is reworked into a card called Professor's Research, actually. Discard your hand and draw 7 cards. It is not banned. They just they renamed it so that Professor's Research can be any professor card. Example, you can have your waifu cards. I have my grandma because I love grandma. There are Oak versions. There are Giga Chad versions. There's Awuga Mama versions. And they come in regular and gay. Did you hear waifu cards? Of course it has waifu cards! Or they used to! Actually, they actually just stopped doing the rainbow cards. I don't like that, personally, because I really like the sparkle rainbow cards. But they got rid of rainbow rares in lieu of alt art fulls for every mon now. We get more alt arts now, and they're more unique looking, but I'm going to miss rainbow rares. But yeah, since all of these are Professor's Research, you can mix and match them, actually. You want your Professor Juniper? You can have her. You want Rowan? Have him too. You want the Pokemon Go guy? I don't know what his name. Professor Willow. You want him? Have him. They are all the same card. They do the same thing. It just has different art. Here's another one. So I'm gonna give you boss's orders. So my favorite's the Giovanni, obviously. Big fan of Giovanni. He's an asshole, but I love him. He's one of my favorite villains. Switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon with their active Pokemon. You get to choose, basically. Well, they have the rainbow version. They have Lysandra. They've got Cyrus, but I don't like his cheekbones and they kind of creep me out, so I like Giovanni more. And then they come in the basic versions too. But they're the only 3 that have the boss's orders thing. Everyone likes an Italian villain. Yeah, exactly. Come on. It looks way off. Yeah, that's why I'm just like, yeah, I'll just take Giovanni, thank you. I like my rocket. He looks like Nemesis with them cheekbones. You need the alt gets this so bad. When is that coming out? Is that the next box? Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, that's right. And then Iono comes out next month, and she's gonna be a game changer too. She's gonna be a better Roxanne, right? She's gonna be a Roxanne that you can use at like any time. We will die. I have to order like a box or 2 to try to fucking pull it. A better N, yeah. What does N do? Now I have to go see. N. I have to just scroll down to N. Is it N's Resolve? No. It was just called N, right? I think they removed N. Shuffle his hands, put up on the deck. Draw cards equal to the number of prizes you have. Yeah, okay. That's why I'm like, yeah, I don't think that they transferred over N either here. Probably because of Iono. But, you know. Oh, is my greens exploration? Yeah. I still have my alt cards. I loved the art for this card so much. So I used to use this card before they did rotation. With my Sandaconda Don't Want None Unless You Got Buns Hun deck. And I actually want to rebuild that deck because I figured out a twist on it. My what? My Sandaconda Don't Got None Unless You Got Buns Hun deck. Okay, it's a meme deck. I'm gonna explain it. I've streamed it before. So it has to do with this Sandaconda specifically. So the gimmick is you have Big Sand Cannon, right? You discard the top 6 cards of your deck and have mostly energy in your deck. This attack does 60 damage for each fighting energy you discarded. So you can do 360 damage, potentially, in one turn. With 1 energy equipped. But it's milling your own hand. 50-50. So there's another card. I have to... Is it a Basculin, I want to say? Or is it Basculegion? Yes. It's this one. Check this out. Hitsurian Basculegion. That first one right there, that is 0 energy, by the way. It's a very rare symbol. You barely get to see it. That is 0 energy. This attack does 20 damage for each basic energy card in your discard pile. Then shuffle those cards back into your deck. That's right. Use your Sandaconda, who don't want none unless you got Buns Hun, to put all of that energy and slap and keep slapping them and slapping them and slapping them, and then you switch to your Basculegion and you go reloading. Slap it back into your deck. And then keep on blasting them. So anyway, I started blasting. This man equips dead energy. We love recycling. But what if she does got buns? Then that's unfortunate. I guess you just die. Is Volcarona V still legal? I want to say no. But I'm not sure. But yeah, I need to craft this deck as my meme deck because I think it would be really funny. Maybe it's time to pick up Pokemon TCG. I'll help coach people. Reminder that I have the name Imakuni on Pokemon trading card game. And I have, and they're like, people will go, how the fuck did you get that name? And I'm like, yeah, remember when online opened up like over a decade ago? Yeah, I was first on race day. Bruh. Yeah. Trainer Makuni wants to coach. Oh, actually, wow. Volcarona V is still legal. It is Regulation E. Yes, so it is still legal. It doesn't need to evolve. Yes, but reminder that Volcarona V is 2 prize cards that they could easily bosses orders you. With that, that's a 1 prize card. And free energy. You can't knock down both the Sandaconda and the Basculegion. There's trade-offs for either option. I would run both, to be honest. I think... You need fire energy, which you don't want. You want purely fighting. So Volcarona V would actually be shit for that. You do not want any fire. You want pure fighting. So that's why I think Basque Legion would be way better. Both is good in Zoro build. Maybe. Bulk was better for Kyogre, but basic probably better here, yeah. I just like theory crafting, cause my Mew deck, like I saw like the pro players and whatever do whatever, but like I crafted my own deck. So if you want to actually see my my Mew deck, I'll let people see. It only runs 4 energy. Just the 4 double turbo energy. By the way, I will just show people. Let's say I want the sweet double turbo energy card. You know how it's all glittery and golden and pretty? You can hit exchange. And if you have enough, you can exchange for it. Which I eventually do. But that's how this operates instead of just trading. You get currency. And then you can just craft cards. Craft the not super rare versions first to see if you like the cards and can handle the deck. And then if you know you're gonna use it a lot, you craft the really good ones. Metal energy background. Oh, do you like the metal energy stuff? Hold on, let's get a really nice one. Hold on. I know like the scratches and stuff for the metal energy look really nice, but I like the glittery ones. I have 13 of these. The brush metal effect on energy looks so pretty, I know. I don't really like how they did the holographic on some of these. I don't think they look as nice. I think the little speckles for golden looks way better. The real travesty is that because they cut all of the Heart Gold Soul Silver cards, they also cut all of the Heart Gold Soul Silver energies. If you're not familiar with those, let me show you. It is like infamous too. Is this... It's a JPEG, cool. Hello. This is what dark energy looks like. I had these. This is what we lost. Those are some of my favorites, and they come in hollow. In real life, if you own these cards, because they're energy, you can still use them. It doesn't matter what set energy is from, unless special, addendum. But if they're basic, you can use any set, even base set fucking energies. I love these cards. I think just the basic ones, the non-foil ones of these are like $25 a card or more. And if you want the foil ones, I think you're gonna be paying like 100 each or more. I would love reprints of these. That's what I want the most. These energy cards are so satisfying to look at. And just to oh yeah, let me show you this the metal energy as well. Because if you like the effect, oh yeah. You get that Olivine City. You get that Steelix. You get the metal. You should just make custom energy card designs for this, like card backs and deck boxes. They really should. I would love it if the Pokemon Company were to do that. You're so sorry, this is for Mocha. That's okay. Mocha likes the jiggles. I know he likes the jiggles. Yeah, the energy is metal in the trading card game instead of steel. Well, fighting is also like a whole bunch of things. Fighting can be ground. Fighting can be rock. Fighting is also fighting. Water is ice as well. They got rid of fairy, rip fairy. They tried to bring back dragon as well. And then they were like, no, dragon should be just mixed. But yeah. There's a lot of things that didn't transfer over. One of the things actually, so I have a Team Aqua coin, as you see. Love Team Aqua. Ironic because my opinion's on 3rd gen. Anyway, I still like the characters and stuff. I just don't like the environment. I love the mods too. But my coin, and I have the Team Magma coin that transferred, and I had sleeves for Team Aqua, and my sleeves didn't transfer, but my coin did. And I'm like, how does that make any sense? You transfer over the coin, but the other 2 pieces in the set, I didn't have the deck box because the deck box was really expensive online. But I had the sleeves, and I'm like, I traded a lot for those sleeves, and those didn't transfer over, but yeah, my coin does. Yeah, thanks. Good. I love it. Arissa hate water. I just hate the diving. I hate it. There's so much water. There's too much water, guys. Yeah, fighting is stone, dark is darkness, and electric is lightning. Yeah. 7.8 out of 10 opinion. Yeah, I like the secret bases, but the routes really aren't as fun to explore. Like, geez, I'm sorry. I like doing the braille puzzles for the Reggies. That was fun. That's actually the most fun I had in the game, to be honest with you, as a kid. It flip-flops between stone and fighting. I'm just like looking at all the different types to see if it says it anywhere. All the different designs. It's clearly a fist. Yeah, I know. That's why I just call it fighting energy. I'm like, I don't care. It's fighting energy to me. It's a fist, but it's a stone. Pokemon fighting energy. I'm gonna consult. No? Vivid wait. Well, like I said, it flops back and forth because actually Stone Energy is a card itself, which is a special, actually. But I think now Pokemon rules this as fighting energy now. It used to be stone, which is correct. Yeah, they made special versions of the basic energy. They only refer to energies by the symbol, right? Never by name. Nope. On the website for Pokemon, it literally says fighting energy. I'll link the page too. Here you go. But yeah, these cards, like the steel ones, yeah, those are metal. I'm just letting you know. I know that's definitely metal. Dark is darkness. Fighting, grass, water, fire. I think at a point it was flame energy, which I don't like either. Yeah, lightning, metal, darkness are actually the true terms for it. It is true. Isn't it stone fighting? Yeah, on screen that I have right here, that's stone fighting energy. That is correct. That's a special card. Yeah, I know. I'll take fighting energy over stone energy any day. Because I remember when it was also stone energy. That's why I'm like, no, I know you're right. It flip-flopped between fighting and stone. I was there. The only time you saw stone energy was relevant was Stone Joner VMAX. Yeah, I want to say... I think that was the only time it was super viable. I mean, that's also saying, like, oh man, like, Rapid Strike energy. The only Pokemon it's going to affect is Rapid Strike, and there's not a whole lot that it takes advantage of. Most of the time, it's going to be like the Urshifus. I forgot. Can we see the... All in all? Yeah, there we go. So we have Fairy here too. The Fairy was kind of removed because it didn't fit. Fairy was a way to counter Dragon when that was also a type. And Dragon now just has, it doesn't have a weakness, but it's harder to set up and takes like, I don't know, like grass and electric or grass and fire and another colorless or something. Oh, it's really pretty. All of my energies that are now useless, like my hiding darkness energy. Can we even see our collection yet without messing with decks? No. You have to go in to edit a deck. Which I don't like, personally. This one is Wash Water Energy. Double Dragon is the most OP energy. Yeah. I think they got rid of it. I think they... Oh wait, no, it's still here. Double Dragon Energy. Yep, this was really OP. This card can only be attached to Dragon Pokemon, because this is the dragon symbol. And then this card provides every type of energy, but only provides 2 energy at a time. Only while this card is attached to a dragon Pokemon. If this card is attached to anything other than a dragon Pokemon, discard this card. Yeah, I have to clean my water, yeah. Bimmy and Jimmy energy. Make your opponent wash their hands and come back. God, I wish. You know what? I wonder if the one Pokemon is still in here. Is Execute the messed up one with Propagate still? Ah, yes it is. I have exactly one. This card is busted for expanded. Ability. Once during your turn, before your attack, if this Pokemon is in your discard pile, you may put this Pokemon into your hand. So you can discard it on purpose, and then once during your turn, you just take it back. And just use it as a recycle card. Over and over and over and over and over. Because I remember this version of the card. It's the rare version. And it's really nice. Infinite Egg. Infinite resources. Yeah, discard pile is now a deposit box. Allow Ultra Ball for free. Almost free. Yeah, pretty much. And you just keep doing it over and over. So busted. Oh man, and I could tell people about ADPZ. Oh yes. So there is a tag team card that's Arceus Dialga Palkia GX 280. And literally what, you just needed a metal energy plus something else? I have to like zoom in on this. Can I go more? It's so hard to read this text. For the rest of the game, your Pokemon attacks do 30 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon before applying weakness and resistance. If this Pokemon has at least one extra water energy card attached to it, in addition to the attack's cost. When your Pokemon's active Pokemon is knocked out by damage from those attacks, take one more prize card. And then you can't have more than one GX Pokemon in the game. So you play this down. And they just go Steel Energy, Water, Alter Creation GX. I am now going to try to knock you out as hard as I can and take an additional card when I knock you out. But they would run Zacian V with this. That has Intrepid Sword. And you would just Brave Blade something for 230. You're setting up your Zacian, really. Do you have the really pretty version of it? Do I have the really pretty version of it? I have this version. I have this version. I've got this version. I don't have this one. Oh, of ADP. Oh, I don't think I ran it. But you would weaken things with Zacian V. No, I don't. This one? Yeah. I only have the original because I ran it for a little bit because it was so busted. Yeah, awaken my masters. And then it came in the Rainbow Rare, which is easier to read. And alt art. But the true alt art is great. The secret rare alt art with the statues. And then all you needed to do is make sure that your ADP lived. You hit something with Zacian for 230. You switch in after you've done your Alter Creation. You Ultimate Ray. Let's say your Pokemon that you're up against was a VMAX. You take 4 prize cards. You just need 2. Oh, they have a basic Pokemon? Like just a regular ass Pokemon, like a Gormandai Snorlax? Oops. You Ultimate Ray it and kill it for an additional prize card. You win. ADP was so fast. Rip Gormandai Snorlax, we loved you. Yeah. It rotated out, didn't it? I actually have the good version. Yeah, it's in D. Man. But I have it. The big man. Thing is, when ADP GX, you immediately play Pokemon Ranger. I forgot what Ranger does. Unless you mean the actual game. There we go. Removal effects of attacks on each player and his or her Pokemon. Wow, yeah, no, that just negates ADP. Huh. Yeah, you can just do that. Though, I don't think Pokemon Ranger was there in Standard at the time when ADP Z was in Standard. which made things difficult. But yeah, in expanded, you just have Pokemon Ranger in there. That's an obvious thing. This really makes me excited for the classic Pokemon trading card game on Nintendo Online. I can't wait to play it again. I can't believe that as a kid, I was so sad that I never got to go to like Toys R Us and play in the actual leagues. And I really wanted to as a kid. I didn't have enough for a deck, or you know, an actual solid deck. But I knew deck building because of Pokemon Trading Card Game Online. And, well, not online, but, you know, the Game Boy one. I always put online by accident. And I remember building Haymaker as a kid and being like, this deck is the best deck ever. You know, you run your 4 Bills, your 4 Professor Oaks, you got Jigglypuffs, you got Wigglytuffs, you've got Hitmonchans, you've got Electabuzz. I opted to not put in Scyther. I thought Scyther was too slow for Haymaker, personally. And I still do. I would put in either a Kangaskhan, a Chansey, or a Snorlax, depending on how I felt. Sometimes I like to draw from Kangaskhan a little bit more, just in case I can't get the card I want. You know, your energy removals, your super energy removals, your super potions and shit like that. And I would just craft decks, of course, plus powers. Gotta love the plus powers. No Arcanine promo in an original? No. For Haymaker? Nah. I was mostly doing damage with Do the Wave, which does more damage the more Pokemon you have on your bench with Wigglytuff, which could do a solid 60. And was pretty bulky. While also running things like the Hitmonchan that was like 1 energy for like 20 damage. Who for the model was my VTuber model where Imakuni is in the club. The pixel art on the Imakuni art was really uncanny. They like perfectly did it. Imakuni wants you to beat the shit out of him and like dance. He's just an entertainer. I really admire the guy. It's confusing because Tomoaki Imakuni is who I'm talking about, not myself. Which is what my namesake is based off of accidentally. Oops. Oh, you like Imakuni? I never have guessed. Really, I had no idea you liked Imakuni. Yeah, exactly. He's like the best way to grind cards in that game too. He shits out packs like no one's business. But yeah, I can't believe that as a kid I knew about Haymaker, and that's a deck I would have run in real life too, without anyone telling me. And then later on in life, it's like, yeah, that was one of the meta decks. And I'm like, yeah, I kind of just theory crafted that while I was like, I don't know, like 6. Cool. Oh, I think it was like up to like 4 or 5 packs, I think. If you were famous enough to be put in a video game, you would love it. To be betrayed, it was really weird, really easy to beat, and drops great stuff. Yeah, exactly. Actually, I want to know, did the Imakuni cards transfer over? Yeah, they did. Oh, yes. Yes, they did, because they had them in the celebrations, or the generations. That's what it was. The generations reprints. He has a foil too. There he is. I have this card in real life. Why is it so realistic? Because it's just a photo of him. It's literally just a photo of him. And on his chest just says Pokemon. It sucks because all of the flavor text of the card is lost on the reprint, which is like, your active Pokemon is now confused. Imakuni wants you to play him as a Pokemon, but you can't. So your active Pokemon is now confused. He's just like your icon. Yeah, because that's how they made his icon. Do you remember Medicham that could attack twice? The loop. Was it like Yoga Loop or something like that? That Medicham's still in. Hold on. Yeah, the Yoga Loop. Put 2 counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. If your opponent's Pokemon is knocked out by this attack, take another turn after this one. Skip Pokemon checkup. If one of your Pokemon uses Yoga Loop during your last turn, this attack can't be used. You can just destroy Lupin. Oh, no. The last one on the list. This one? This Pokemon may attack twice a turn. No, I'm not familiar with this one. If the first attack knocks out your opponent's active Pokemon, you may attack again after your opponent chooses a new active Pokemon. The game needs text boxes. Some of them are so fucking small. That's why I'm trying to read it out for people, because I know how small it is. I'm like squinting my eyes trying to read them. Put on Fighting Energy, which is 20 more damage. You play 2 of those. Choice Band. You get like 2 times 90 damage. That's not bad for stage 1. 2 mobile users, a big one. And the evolutions which made all stage 1 Pokemons that type. I'm not familiar with those as well. So I mainly started again like playing seriously. I played Gen 1 and I knew the Gen 2 meta for like Slowking, Baby Pokemon, Coin Flip City. Fort Knox to kill a Pokemon because you have Oops All Baby Pokemon and Slowkings. I didn't play that though. I watched people play it, and then I stopped until around 80 PZ. Like I picked it up during Sword Shield. And I've been having a blast with the trading card game ever since. It was used with Machamp, which had an ability as well, and Lucario EX and a Mega Lucario EX. Gotcha. Yeah, when I played, like, some of the tag team cards were a thing. Especially tag team trainers. I'm pretty sure I have some of those because I won them. I remember when they had like the tournament events and stuff like that, and you would enter, and like some of the prizes would be like rare full art like trainer cards. And I won a couple, so. But the entire reason why I got back into the Pokemon trading card game is because of this. I have to show my fancy cards. I love this. All the black and gold cards are so sexy. I love them. Eternatus VMAX. Where Eternal Zone, if all of your Pokemon in play are Dark type, you can have up to 8 Pokemon on your bench. That means 9 Pokemon total instead of 6. And you can't put non-Dark Pokemon into play. If this ability stops working, you have to discard Pokemon from your bench until you have 5. Yeah, and this is gone, but I love this card. But it was basically Haymaker. It was Do the Wave Haymaker, where I did a deck where it was Eternatus VMAX, and then I had a bunch of Toxic Croaks and Crogunks, where I could have I think it was Galarian Slowbro, which would poison the enemy. And then for every Toxicroak that I had, it increased poison damage on checkup by 20 damage each. So I ran 3 Toxicroaks. So I could do 70 poison ticks a turn if they didn't switch out or cure it somehow. As well as hitting for 270 by just having 9 dark Pokemon on my bench. And then Avery came out, and then this deck was stopped. Avery fucked with this deck, and I just went, nope. And then switched to Mew. I wish this hadn't been rotated right after they gave the deck out on the Battle Pass. Yeah. It's really unfortunate. But damn, this was a really fun deck. Remember that time Eternatus or Shifu Mew hurting each other? Yeah, I played during that, and I would switch between Eternatus, Urshifu, and Mew. I had all 3 decks, and I changed it up on people. I did a little trolling, you know. I have so many, like... I have so many times where I would just encounter, like, I assume that my ELO was actually decently high because I'd get matched up sometimes with Andrew Mahone, who's Tricky Jim, who I also follow, and they're cool. But I'd get matched up with him, and sometimes I'd win, sometimes I'd lose. And game is hard. Because online, I would always get matched up with like pro players, and I'm just like, damn, you really think I'm that good? Okay. But yeah, I am getting pretty decently tired. I think after that match I did where I just barely won because of an escape rope, I'm like, I'm all tuckered out. I just want to chill and talk with people about Pokemon and how much I love it. And how much I built my deck in real life, and I'm gonna try to test out that Mew deck that I just showed you guys in real life in local tournaments. I found a local game shop near me. Actually during PAX, because at PAX East they had the Pokemon company there showing off the trading card game and demoing for live, and I got online and stuff like that, and they were really gracious and let me like basically cut online because disability, and I didn't want to stand in line for like literally 4 hours to just play live. So they let me cut in, and I was just like, oh, I know how to play. I just wanted to see what was going on with this. And then Pokemon professors there were like, yeah, we also have like a QR code app to go and scan Pokemon League events in your area. And when I originally checked prior to PAX, there was none in my area. Like none. Like, good luck. It's probably like an hour away. And when I checked at PAX, lo and behold, one that's like 15 minutes away from me. In traffic, by the way. So I'm just like, oh shit? For real? And so I found the place and I went there the other day. And like I said, they have Pokemon trading card game, they've got Digimon, they've got One Piece, they've got Vanguard, they've got probably a little bit of Magic, but not a whole Magic scene, and mostly Yu-Gi-Oh! So I'm just like, alright. And they're like, right now, their Pokemon scene's pretty small, maybe like 12 to 14 people. But I'm like, I want to go and have fun and talk to people. And if I see most of them running Lost Box, I'm going to shove my entire deck up my ass immediately and go on TCG Player and just order Lost Box and be boring. Don't you love it? All right, I can literally do this. What's Lost Box? Okay. You have this card. It's Comfey. You do flower selecting. If it's in the active spot, you look at the top 2 cards of your deck and you put one of them into your hand and the other into the Lost Zone. So your entire goal is to have a whole bunch of Comfey in your bench, and you put on the beach card that I was talking about that makes it so that retreat cost is like nothing. So then you could switch out your Comfeys, and then you keep putting cards into your hand and 1 into the Lost Zone. And at 10 in your Lost Zone, you can basically play a whole bunch of shit. So you have Giratina. Which you're not really doing it for Giratina. You're doing it for Giratina V-Star. Star Requiem. It's a grass and a psychic energy. You can use this attack if you have 10 or more cards in the Lost Zone. Your opponent's active Pokemon is knocked out. Doesn't matter how much health they have. It's knocked out. You can only use it once per game, though. And then Lost Impact, 280 damage. Put 2 energy attached to your Pokemon in the Lost Zone. That doesn't mean on that card, any of your Pokemon. Just 2 of the energy attached to your Pokemon in the Lost Zone. So you can just attach whatever to a fucking fodder. And thanks, I hate it. Scoops the deck. Do you fucking understand now? That's why I'm like, you want to try to counter my Mew deck? Well, have a card for you. Here's Drapion V. which most Lost Box fucking run, by the way. At least one of. Wild Style. The Pokemon's attacks cost 1 left for each of your opponent's Single Strike, Rapid Strike, and Fusion Strike Pokemon in play. It's a counter for any Strike Pokemon. Guess what I run? It's also dark, so it insta-kills Mew. And Mew VMAX. However, it only has 210, so I can knock it out. I still say that V-Star should also be a 3 prize. I agree. I think it's bullshit that V-Stars, or at least that Giratina, should be a 3-star. A 3 prize instead of a 2. I also have the secret rare version. I like the clay figure. Hehe. How do I get these? What do you mean, how do I get these? I had these over the course of years of just playing this game. You don't even need Drapion V-Star. It's just like, no, just regular, like, Drapion. That Drapion. Just, like, run, like, 1 or 2. You're golden. Oh, by the way, did you want more Lost Zone shit? Hold on. I didn't even get to talk to you about Sableye. That's right, Lost Mine. For 1 energy, that's right, 1 energy. You can only use this attack if you have 10 or more cards in the Lost Zone. Put 12 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon in any way you like. So once your opponent hits 10, Lost Box is on. The switch is on. Oh, how do you put more into the Lost Zone besides the Comfey? Why, Colress's Experiment. Search the top 5 cards of your deck, put 3 of them into your hand and 2 into the Lost Zone. So you're gonna do Flower Selecting Comfey. Fucking Colress's Experiment. Your Beach Stadium. Switch out. Flower Selecting. Ad nauseum. Put fucking 1 billion cards into the Lost Zone. You can have 10 cards in 2 turns consistency too. Absolutely mad. I know you can. That's why I'm like, if any of them fucking run Lost Box, if it's mostly Lost Box that they run at that local comic and game store. Well, it's not like a comic, more like a local game store. If they just run Lost Box, I'm gonna fucking lose my shit. I can win against Lost Box with Mew, but it's kind of like an uphill battle usually. I usually have to go faster than it and just knock out their big things like Giratina early, and then they can't do anything. Or like lock them with Path to the Peak. And getting rid of their stadiums. You'll definitely see a lot of Lost Box at every tourney. Yeah, I know. It's just that it depends. There are 3 at your tiny ass local. I know, and if Lost Box, if Lost Box is the majority, then I will too be boring and play Lost Box. Begrudgingly. I don't want to. I want to play my Mew VMAX. If they run Lost Box, just throw out your deck and buy some Warhammer models at the shop. I don't know if they have Warhammer. They're mostly cards. Play Guardy. I could play the Gardevoir EX with the Mew V Union with it. That's actually pretty good for control. I've seen it. I may actually, to counter Lost Box, I would rather play Gardevoir. And Mew V Union. Or Mewtwo V Union, I should say. That is a consider, actually, because I know how that deck works. I am just crafting things in my head. It's a lot to think about. I haven't even seen these people. I'm already, like, in my head, I'm like, they fucking play Lost Box, those bastards. Arceus, Dura, Vulpix is also good against it. Yeah. Well, Duraludon's gonna be good regardless. So that's also a consideration. I know that they won't because I have this now, but I'd love them to make a sequel to the Game Boy trading card game. Well, you know what, Joe? You're in luck. Because you know what? There was a sequel. And I'm not kidding either. It was Pokemon GB Card 2. But it's Japanese only with an English patch translation. And guess what? If you haven't, play it. Because it's completely English translated. Works like a charm. I think that's the better game. It has the dark Pokemon in there too. Lost Box have a Klefki or make it too. Ugh, Klefki with Mew? Man. Didn't know it had been translated. It's been translated for a decade. The Klefki is really devilish. So I'll go into Klefki for people. Because I like to give context to the situation. So Klefki, it's one of the newest ones. It's Mischievous Lock. As long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, basic Pokemon in play, both yours and your opponents have no abilities except for Mischievous Lock. And Mischievous Lock is in play. You're there. The Comfey can't do anything. It can't Flower Select. And you just joust it to death. With 10 damage. Wowee. Eternatus with wheezing was downright maniacal. Like I said, I tried to play that and I didn't like it as much, but yeah, it was fucked. This weekend is another regional. Oh boy. What regional is it? I know because a friend of mine's competing. Is it Hartford? I want to say? Connecticut? I believe he was mentioning that. Yes. Yes, it is. Need more Appleton cards? I have a ton of Appleton. Aww. Robo Jester, thank you. I give kiss kiss. Sorry, I'm just like nerding out and talking about Pokemon and strats and then trying to get my mind together and theory craft decks of what I can play if my Mew deck gets shit on very badly. I don't know how many people are there. I know some are there for the competitive league and some are there for like casual, but I have no idea. Legend rank ladder streams when? So right now I'm just in Pokeball Cup. I almost hit Great Ball, but I didn't want to push for it because I wanted to do that on stream sometime. But going all the way up to like Master Ball Division or like Arceus, no. I don't think I want to do that to myself. That's like me like playing like fucking Lost Box and instead of Mew or something. Yeah, Arceus Giratina has been going crazy lately. That big 280 damage is crazy. Yeah, it really has. Stream the Pokemon Game Boy Color because it's crazy. Well, I plan on doing it. It's coming out on Switch soon. And I was gonna do that. so that I do that as a little joke of like, yay, I got to stream my namesake game, the game that spiraled me into this hell. When is soon? Fucking yell at Nintendo. I don't know. Ain't my problem. Soon, TM. Yes, the Arcura player from 2 weekends ago is your friend's friend with the Squovit that saved his ass and kept pulling the correct cards. Yeah. Hey, work at Nintendo. I'm going to yell at you. I don't work for Nintendo. Discard your hand. If you do, draw the exact card you need. Love Nestash. Nestash is too good. Yeah, she works at Sega. Please. Whose uncle do you have to tend to? You have to talk to John Nintendo. I've thought about running Arc V-Star. It can be really nice. That Gira is really sweet though. Like I would want to run Gira because that Gira V-Star with the move that is just like hee hee hoo hoo bippity boppity boo, I diagnose you with dead. For its V-Star move is just like what the fuck. One guy at your local is running a Spite Ops deck, and that's kind of nasty. I haven't seen that at all. Have you seen the free deck that they give you here? Hold on, there's one free deck that I'm considering about bringing to like a fucking just like a local or something for fun. It's this Lunatone and Soul Rock deck. Honestly, the Mewtwo in it and is just okay. So here's what you do. You get a whole bunch of Soul Rock, right? And then you have Sun Energy, and once during your turn, you may attach a Psychic Energy card from your discard pile to your Lunatone. And then you have your Radiant Greninja that can discard an energy card. So you discard your Psychic so that you can equip a Psychic and then attach as many as Soul Rocks that you have. To Lunatone, Moon Kinesis, this attack does 30 more damage for each Psychic Energy attached to this Pokemon. This fucks. It beat me a couple times. And with, you know, with my Mew deck, but I've also outsped it a couple times. But if they get like the perfect hand and they get everything out and they get all of their Soul Rocks out early, oh, you're so fucked. And it has Rescue Carry. It runs 3 of them so that if any of your Mon get knocked out, you can just put them back into your deck and then just level ball them back out. Yeah, Luna's Soul is one of the rookie-friendly decks. It does a lot, though. Like, it's pretty damn good for what it is. You take the moon, and you take the sun, and you take the sun, and you take the sun, and you take the sun. Yeah, exactly, that's the deck. And you take everything that seems like fun after that. But like this deck is pretty fucking perfect for just like newbies. Friend made his own that used the Lunatone, Soul Rock, and Shadow Rider VMAX. crazy energy flood. Oh, yes. Yes. I saw someone else said that as well, yeah. Shadow Rider instead of the Mewtwo. That's way better. And I know I have a couple Shadow Riders in real life, too. So this would be easy to make. Oh, wait. Not instead? With it? Oh, okay. Never mind. I guess so, because having the Mewtwo V-Star for the V-Star power makes more sense. To just be like, yeah, Star Raid, this attack does 120 damage each of your opponent's Pokemon V. To just fuck your opponent over so hard. I don't know, it can be good. The only thing is that your stadium always discards your professor and boss. Yeah. It slaps Mew at least. It can slap Mew. Can is definitely the phraser. I've definitely won more against Lunatone and Solrock than lost. So sometimes I'll see people, their mistake usually, what I'll do is I'll stall. So I've seen people have all of their energy, they put it all onto a Lunatone, right? Like all. Like I'm talking like 10 of them on a Lunatone. And... Or like even if it's like early game and they put literally all of their energy on the Lunatone, even if it's like 4 and that's like their max or something. What I'll do is I'll switch out, I'll boss his orders to a Solrock and then start putting energy via Oricorio everywhere. And sometimes I can lock them because they can't switch out because they'll like not have enough for their hand. Because they discarded all their cards to have whatever, and they think that, oh, I'm just gonna have this out instead. And then they don't draw any more energy. Or don't have any way to draw any more energy. To put the energy onto the Solrock. To switch out into the Lunatone. And then I just take out like a couple of the Solrocks at once. I've done that a couple times, and they just don't know what to do. It really depends on how they divvy up the energy and if they get stalled or not by me. But I have won because of stalling out my Mon. You've seen Lost Box decks that run Mewtwo V-Star just for that? Yeah. Like I said, I think for Lost Box, I think Giratina is the better play. I really do. Because you can just boss his orders into whatever Mon that has the most HP and just go die. Or the biggest threat. But yeah, I'm glad to have educated people on Pokemon tonight. At least as a little something extra on top of, you know, the ton of Mega Man Battle Network that I did earlier. It was nice to learn? Yeah. It's one of those games that it's like, it's actually pretty easy to pick up with the rules and everything. Yeah, and if you join my Discord, if you'd like to, you can catch me when I bully children off stream. They're totally not children as well. All of them are children. You are also a children. You know what? Fair. I can't argue with that. You can watch her complain about having a shitty starting hand and then win a coin flip and have the opponent immediately concede. Yeah, that's happened a lot of times. I had someone literally... It flipped my cards to show my Mew, and someone immediately conceded when they just saw, like, the Mew the one day. Like, 0.5 seconds into the match starting, and they just folded. And I just went, alright, okay. You know, free win on my account. Cause how's my, my ratio stuff? Can I check that? See my stats? Yeah, I have 88 victories and 31 losses. Just as an FYI. Yeah. Almost a 2.5 to 1. Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm like, I try hard to get better at the game anyway. To outplay my opponent. And it's not like these are like against bad decks either. A lot of them are meta decks, or, you know, they give out the meta decks for newbies. The starting decks that they have really aren't bad at all. How's the One Piece trading card game? Because my local game shop does One Piece, but I don't even know how to play it. I'm just curious. You really like it? Just hard to get cards right now, I'd imagine, yeah. I think my shop has them. It's a bit more evolved than Pokemon, that's for sure, yeah. I'm picking up Digimon. I'm doing a Belzamon deck. So I'm playing purple. But I gotta like learn how to like learn the mechanics and everything for it, and I know that friends of mine are gonna help. Because we can just webcam battle. Never heard much about it. I'd imagine you need to have to catch up to avoid getting catastrophically spoiled. Oh yeah, that's true. I'm still only at like 600. I haven't caught up yet. I want to though. I have to ping people for One Piece days again to get caught up. This finally gets this fix. Yeah, this is finally gonna teach me how to play Digimon trading card game. Digimon's cheap though, I hear. Well, I know it's not actually cheap too, because I bought my cards for 20 bucks that I needed, and the only 2 more that I need. I literally am missing 2 cards, and Diz sent me the rest of them, basically. And I'm missing 2 $18 cards, and that's it. And I have the deck completely. Yeah, it's very budget compared to other TCGs, and like most of the money is like, do you want alt arts? Do you wanna buy this booster box or this starter deck that has a 1 in 48 chance of having the ultra secret rare version of this? That is a $300 card? No, that's okay. I'll just take the $18 variant. Are you sure? High resolution anthro titties. Good. According to some lists, you saw Pokemon as the cheapest trading card game. It depends. It depends. I think that Pokemon and Digimon are pretty neck and neck, to be honest with you. It depends on your deck. A lot of top meta decks are under 100. It is true. Yu-Gi-Oh deck prices give me whiplash. See, I don't know how to play Yu-Gi-Oh, and I forgot what Nineten said. He said that because I like card games, I would probably play like deck control. Like there's a card that you play it, and then it's like your opponent discards their hand, and then you play another card, and then it's like they're not allowed to draw, and those cards are just in effect, and then you lock them. I forgot what... It's not Mystic Mine, no. Mystic Mine's banned, I think. It's something else. I think it has to do with fairies or some shit. I don't know. Like I said, I don't really know a whole lot of, like, Yu-Gi-Oh cards besides, like, Eldritch and, Mystic Mine and Exodia. I love playing solitaire in my games. Sanctuary in the Sky? Yeah, I think it might be that or some shit. I don't know. Like I said, I legit don't know. I was just trying to say, like, yeah, he told me that I would like some sort of control deck, and I'm like, yeah, that seems up my alley. I like control decks. And decks that go fast. If I can play a card game where, like, with my Mew deck, if I can get set up, if I just have the perfect turn and I get set up completely for the next turn to just wipe you out, that is like the best thing to me. I know, they kept saying that that the Digimon trading card game was going to have an app eventually. And I think they were doing apps for like championship shit, tournament. I don't know, but like they really, really need an app. Control in Modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Is pretty much just floodgates. Maybe? All floodgates. One Piece has a good fan-made app at least? Yeah. There's also Tabletop Sim, but fucking good luck with that shit. I was just showing people Pokemon. I'm just chatting with people before I wrap up because it's been 9.5 hours of just me talking and chilling. Yeah, Bandai Namco is gonna fight to be like, oh, fan apps? No, you can't have that. Because they have to protect their licensed property. It makes sense. One Piece trading card game, they're not gonna catch because who produces the cards for that? They're not gonna care. Oh, Bandai as well? Oh, they don't just give a shit about that then. Never mind. They care about Digimon, don't care about One Piece, see? It's weird that Konami made Master Duel so well. I hear good things about it. But like, I'm in that weird area where it's like, I don't think I want to play Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm sorry. It feels like it's a hot mess. I like to have my cards regulated and not have to worry about some fucking card from 20 years ago that's like $10,000 and I don't own it. So get fucked me. And meanwhile, Pot of Greed gets banned. I'm making the right decision. I feel like, yeah, I would probably play like Blue Eyes decks or whatever control deck that Nine said. Forgeki is unbanned. Oh, wonderful. Yeah, that'll do a whole lot. I clear your field. Oh, I love one-turn kills. Cool. I guess I can see why they would ban Pot of Greed. No one knows what it does. Yeah, got him. Change of Heart got unbanned recently? Oh, fuck. That's the Bakura card. That was his favorite card. Forgeki is at 2 in Master Duel. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is 1v1 solitaire. No, it is. Like, literally, Exodia Dex is go play solitaire. See you later. The one thing that I have to say about Master Duel, because I've seen this, someone had a theory about what happens if two players draw Exodia from the same turn. Like, you can still play cards because there's the trap hands and whatever and the effects and everything for both sides, even if it's player 1's turn and not player 2. What happens if you have Exodia on turn 1 for both of them? And for Master Duel, it shows both of them and actually draws. It is just a draw. They programmed it correctly. And I went, wow, I expected player 1 to win. Or whoever drew it technically first. Yeah, that's why I was surprised. Every deck is solitaire, don't lie to yourself. I feel like I'm playing solitaire a little bit with my Mew Genesect. It's great though. I have to line things up in the correct order, and when it doesn't go in the correct order, I go, ah, shit. Anyway, chat, let me wrap up here. I am getting mighty tired. I'll be in my Discord most likely. Oh, and to people, because with my Discord, I want to give the shout out thing again. So what's happening with Discord is that when Clyde was announced with Discord, people started to shut off their data. Shutting off your data does nothing with Clyde. All of that is stream metrics and like viewer metrics and stuff for Discord, as well as experimental build features. And I'm 2 weeks off from getting departnered from Discord because too many people shut off their data metrics. I asked for an extension. I don't know if I'm gonna get it. I've been ignored for a week and a half so far. So I hope that they eventually get back to me. Even with an answer, even if it's no. But we're gonna try to push for the Discord to be a little bit more active. I mean, I'm in there constantly anyway. Ping them on Twitter? I did. I pinged them on Twitter. I tried to ask other partners questions. I sent them an email. I sent them, they have mod mail now, which is like a DM system. I sent them 2 DMs, a week apart each, and nothing yet. So that's why I'm like, all right, let me not get departnered. Oh, also, Discord's rolling out the usernames, by the way. You guys probably know. I already got the Imakuni username, so I'm glad that I did. If I do get departnered from it, at least I had that. You wish that reacts counted towards metrics. I know it. They don't. Not only that, but you have to either chat in VC or send at least 3 messages. And I don't know if that's a daily or just like a weekly metric. I don't know. It's not clear. How do you even reserve your username or try? You can't. I got lucky because I'm a partner. Partners were first. So, I mean, I know other partners that took like Markiplier and PewDiePie. Like, as a joke. Oh god, you have to touch VC. You don't have to touch VC. It's 3 messages or VC. Like, actually talking in VC. It tracks. Even if it's for, like, I don't know, 10 seconds. Partners were sometimes first. Been seeing people complain that their partner handles were reserved and couldn't claim them. Damn. You should have been able to claim them like around like 3 p.m. earlier. Yeah, I'll tell you when you can reserve, but right now, yeah, they're rolling out to partners, brand accounts, and then you'll think it'd go to Nitro and older users first. That sounds right. Anyway. Look who it is last second. Delphi. Hello, friend. Thank you very much. I give you kiss kiss. Oh, you joined right as I was about to wrap up. Thank you, Metal Mario. I was playing Pokemon. I showed people the deck. I talked about Pokemon. I finished Mega Man Battle Network 1. I noped out a post game. I'm just like, nah, it's not for me, probably. So yeah, let me go ahead and I'm gonna run an ad for 3 minutes and we're gonna go look at art because I know there's definitely a piece of art. Yeah, no problem. Next stream is Cubivore. Get hype. I'm really excited to play that game. So I'm gonna check the Boru. In which here is actually a lovely non-compressed version of some art. Here we go. And this is by Drawer Mary. And they said, "Hi Arissa, I really like your VTuber model, Kuni's design. I hope you like my fan art of her holding a Boom plushie. I'm sorry it took me so long to finish." Oh, no worries at all. This is absolutely adorable. And of course you got the little Boom. People remember my Boom boy. I get very excited over that. I love my dumb Sonic OCs. Let's see, is there anything else? There's another piece of art, but I can't show it because it's not safe for work. Whoops, can't show that in a Christian manga. I didn't know that Boom is male. Still cute as heck. He's supposed to be very androgynous with his look on purpose. Share it with the blur pixelate filter. Hell no. You still have the speedrun notes for Cubivore? Oh, God bless. Any ideas on when I'll do it? It depends if I feel well tonight. Like later tonight to stream or not. But it's either gonna be later or Saturday. And like Saturday night, not morning. So I'm not sure. It is a toss-up. But yeah, we can cubivore height definitely. 100%. I just don't know who I wish to host right now. So let's go see who is on. Give me that directory. Let's look at the VTuber tag. There's not a whole lot of people on right now. I see a VTuber playing Shadow the Hedgehog. Our favorite game doing 100%. Oh yeah. I'm gonna go host them. Why not? Alrighty, guys. I love you very much. Thank you for coming to the stream. We'll try to do a nice time for Cubivore. I'm gonna chill out. Yeah. Oh, what should our raid message be? Oh man. Where's that damn fourth Chaos Emerald? And slap an Eva mat onto it too. If you can. Luri, you just missed the entire stream. Yeah, I know you're not subbed. It's okay. Like I said, if you got Whoop. Yeah, there you go. Where's that damn 4 Chaos Emerald? Just like that. Alrighty, guys. I love you very much. I will see you later. Okay, I love you. Bye-bye.